Woo! I don't even. Where do you even begin with an experience like this? I'm gonna start with maybe the very beginning, right? Benny said that he was sold. He knew that you two were the people for these roles after seeing real life footage of Emily and DJ interacting with one another, and he was like, there is a love story between these friends. The depths you have to go to in this movie, in this project, the real life you have to bring to this screen, I can't imagine it was easy. I think you said last night, you told us that it was holding her for that fight scene was the hardest thing you've ever done, was an experience you've never had in your entire life, professional or otherwise. How did you get there? Was it about the trust of your friendship or what?
You? Me?
You?
I mean, I think we knew that this relationship that they had was such a volcanic relationship.
Yeah.
Full of deep love and devotion, but pent up rage, need, toxicity at times, and they would fluctuate back and forth. So there was this push-pull of the relationship that...
In one conversation.
But actually, you know, normally when you do a movie relationship, it's tidier, it's palatable, it's easier to sum up, and I think we were both so excited by the idea of really getting to play the full spectrum of what a relationship looks like. And we've all been her at times. We've all been him at times. We're not proud of it. People don't always behave as we would like them to.
Yeah.
And so it was exciting and it was a challenge. But yeah, we did go to some wild places with the two of them.
Sometimes the meanest things you can say to somebody, sometimes it's the person you love the most. And this was when things kicked off between us. I had never experienced that because there's love and trust between us just as friends.
Yeah.
And that love and trust will lead to allow for the space of vulnerability and then allow for the space of, hey, I got you, you got me.
Yeah.
This is gonna get ugly and
I mean, quick.
Quick, like that.
Like that. I was like, we were just smiling. It was like whiplash. I was like, wait, we were just smiling. Why? How are we on the floor? What just happened? We were having a party. We were setting up for a party.
Laying out the crudités.
Right. We were setting up for a party.
Crudités were ready.
And now the police are here.
Yeah.
What just took place?
It's a great way of saying it.
I love it, but you're right. But that's how relationships are out there, where it's ugly and it's messy and it's beautiful one moment, and the next moment you're on the floor, and then here's the cops.
Yeah, and to know that there were portions of that was one take, and it was like, we got the best shot the first time we did it. Why are we doing it again?
Yeah.
Were there moments where you had to like separate? It was like, okay, like you go to your corner, like boxers go to their corners, or how did you recoup?
I feel like there were certain scenes where we would sort of regroup away from each other, for sure. And with the bathroom scene that you're talking about, that was one take. And I think all of us sat there on the bathroom floor for like an hour after we did it.
You had to recover. I
It
mean,
was so
and not only
intense.
did we have to recover from that, but Benny had to recover as well. Because it's for Benny to tell, but he has said this, what I'm going to say, he lived through that. Mm-hmm. He's been through that. He knows what that experience is like, being on the floor and things unfolding the way they did. So he knew, and he had great radical empathy for us in that after that scene, he said, I've been there.
Yeah.
Therefore, one time for you, that's it.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's probably why I was saying I had a hard time looking at you, because I was triggered and realized that you were representing something to me that I was very familiar with, and wanted to thank you for the truth in that.
You gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, me too, man. Look at that.
It was I'm making me a little emotional.
It's okay.
Speaking of emotion,
Can I say this?
Yeah.
When I held her in that moment, I never felt anything like that in my life, ever. Where but now I understand, and it gave me just great empathy. For a woman to be restrained and held against her will by another man, and I know her, and I have great love and respect for her, but to feel her force, of anywhere I could be in the world, I do not want to be here being held by you, and I will do anything to get out.
Away.
And not only do I want to do anything to get out, but I don't even know if I want to be here on Earth anymore.
Yeah.
That kind of energy, I was shaking.
Yeah.
Afterwards, this is why we had to recover, and I never felt anything like that.
It's intense.
It's intense.
And to switch gears here for a moment, the transformation though, the physical transformation that you had to have, and the stages of it, because you look one way before the fight, you look another way after the fight.
Yeah.
Even Mark
Yeah.
took some knocks. You know what I mean? Talk to me a little bit about what it was, the process, the specifics of the process of actually making that transformation with the prosthetics. And looking at your face, I was like, where did he go?
Yeah.
Where did our guy go?
Which is what the commitment was
Yeah.
to turn into Mark Kerr, and it was the physical transformation. I gained a little over 30 pounds. Then I realized, we talked about this as we were talking about what the weight gain looks like. It's not just, hey, let me just put on a lot of weight, hamburgers, milkshakes, or let me
Even
just...
though that would have been
It would have been
Nice.
great.
Yeah.
Would have been
But
kind
it
of
can't.
amazing.
Sushi train.
actually.
I mean,
Sushi
you
train,
know,
come on.
Yes.
But it was so specific, but the kind of muscle that Mark Kerr had a quality to
Yeah.
it. Like a fast twitch, separation everywhere.
Like he was ready to haul off at any
at
minute.
any moment.
Lethal.
Right? Lethal.
Demolition machine.
You know, seriously.
Yeah.
That's it. Maybe the sequel. I don't know. I don't know. Could be the prequel.
But I will say, when he first walked in the room in our camera test as Mark, and I'd never seen it, and 13 prosthetics,
13 or
little
14
but
prosthetics,
so
yes.
subtle
Right.
that he was there, but he was elsewhere.
Elsewhere.
And
the
it was
tattoo's
so
gone. I mean,
gone.
it was wild.
And he walked in, and it was like the air changed in the room. It was so intense. Everyone was like, it
Yeah.
was like a zoo exhibit walking in. Honestly, for a second, people were like, but it was chilling and beautiful all at once. And
Yeah.
not just, I will say, as his friend, and I've worked with him on a big comedy as well, and we had the time of our lives. But we had the time of our lives on this in a different way.
Yeah.
In that it was just the most profound thing to see this person who I love and respect and know so well just disappear completely. And it wasn't just the physical thing, it was a complete demeanor shift. It was like the walk,
the tenderness
voice. Oh my God.
in this movie. It was unreal. And speaking of, I want to switch gears really quick. Last question. Because I cannot have you in front of me and not talk about this. Everyone is talking about it everywhere. Devil Wears Prada. I know you
What's
were knee deep.
that?
I know, right?
What is that?
You're like, what? I
Does
don't even know
anyone
that.
care
Right?
about that?
Apparently a lot of people do. Especially at my office. Okay? I'm not gonna get killed by going back with nothing. But I do want to ask, I know that your husband has seen the movie a record number of 72
He loves
times.
Devil Wears Prada.
I mean, what's the
Which is weird because no one else likes it.
John's the only one.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't quote most of the movie to you right now or anything, but is there a world where a cameo? He's an intern in the office. He's getting.
I thought you were
coffee.
gonna pitch yourself for a
Yes.
cameo.
That's what. Also, I was.
That's
saying.
why you went blonde.
Me and
Now
John.
I know.
Yes, we were ready. Gird your loins. I'm ready. Point, But is there a world where you could see him on set?
He's gonna have to audition for it. That's what I'm gonna enforce. Any cameo, you have to audition.
I'm with it. Are you a fan of Devil Wears Prada?
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're at
That
the
wasn't
bottom.
very convincing.
No, yeah. But I give him the, yeah. No, of course I am.
He's like, I'm
No,
waiting
no,
for the
no,
second
no.
one.
She knows.
Exactly.
She knows.
Wow
I'm a
me.
big fan. I can't wait. I'm excited.